Hey guys, so I am just getting ready to go to my managing director's wedding. So Richard Phu is getting married. So Richard Phu, as you may have known if you're watching my channel, he's my managing director at Outsourcing Angel. And he started off as an operations manager that I hired back at the end of 2018, but now he's grown to becoming my managing director. He now runs the company for me. He allows me to be able to live a semi-retired life because he cares for the business as much as I do, and I'm so lucky to have found him to be my second in charge. And so yeah, today he's getting married. I'm going to share with you in this video his actual wedding so you get to know more about him. But I also wanted to take this opportunity to share with you the story of how we met. So back in 2017, I was introduced to him by a friend. So at that time she said, hey, I met a guy that does something similar to you. He outsources or helps clients with hiring VAs or helping them with systemizing so that they could hire VAs, and you should have a coffee with him. And at the time I was kind of thinking, I don't know if I should meet this guy. I mean, he sounds like he's just doing what I'm doing, so what's the point? And so I did. I went for a coffee and he was a nice guy. I really liked him, and we just kept in contact because at that time he was actually traveling to Singapore. So he basically was on his journey to, trying to succeed as an entrepreneur. He wanted to escape the 9-to-5 corporate job. He used to work for KPMG. He wanted to be a Agent Tony Robbins, a life coach, and here he is wanting to also be a travel nomad and travel around the world and just have freedom and flexibility. So he was on his way to Singapore. After a period of time, I can't remember, months or maybe even a year, he reached out because he needed a VA for his marketing agency that he started with some friends in Singapore. And the reason is, even though he knows how to hire VAs, he realized that it takes time to recruit, and then if you don't find the right one, you go back into recruitment again. He just preferred to work with someone that can just do it for him. And so he remembered us as being that person that can do it. And so we had a really great working relationship together. He became a client, really impressed with the way we operated, smooth and caring. And likewise, when we had an opportunity to help clients with some podcast production, I reached out to him and said, hey, I know that you used to do podcasting and you also have a marketing agency. Would you like to be a contractor where we outsource the podcast production to you? Because we kind of don't want to take that in-house because we're busy doing virtual assistant as a service. We don't want to kind of distract ourselves. And so he also said yes to that. So I love that when things are right and when the relationship is meant to be, it just dances, it flows. I was able to see that he was reliable. He was a great person to work with as well. All of a sudden he came back to Sydney and he basically said, hey, I'm reaching out to you because I've decided to come back to Sydney. Entrepreneurship, as much as I wanted to, it's not right for me at this moment in time, and I'm actually looking for a full-time job. So here I am facing a dilemma where this person is a dream come true with all the skills and qualification and experience, and we share the same values. But he comes with a 6-figure price tag, just a lot. So at that time I only was working with virtual assistants, and I also had like a local admin staff, but not really having ever spent money on hiring a management person. But I knew it was the right thing to do, so I didn't hesitate. I said, yep, I want to hire you, because I didn't want to lose him to someone else. Because when opportunities arise and it just is everything that you've ever wished for, you need to grab it with both hands. You never let it slide, especially when you know what you wanted and it's presented to you. And so I didn't even tell my virtual CFO at the time. I didn't tell my business partner at the time. I didn't ask him in advance because I knew that they were going to talk me out of it. They're going to tell me some logical reasons why it's such a big risk, you're spending so much money. But I just knew in my heart it was the right thing to do. And so I hired him first, and then I told them later. And the only thing they could do is support that. And so one of my key lessons in life is it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. If you sometimes ask for permission knowing that they are most likely going to say no, then there's no point. You might as well just do it, follow your heart, and be willing to just suck it up, and hopefully they you can prove them wrong, or prove that you're right. And so I have proved myself right, that it's been 5 years and it's been the best working relationship with Richard. He started off as an ops manager, he's now a managing director, and he's the reason why I'm able to work a semi-retired life, because his goal when he joined was, I want to help you to not be needed in this company, to be obsolete. you know, you as a business owner, I want you to have like an ATM machine where the business can operate without you. And I was like, oh my God, how lucky am I? And so he's been able to do that. He basically automated the business, systemized, taught me how to become a better leader, and then just been, you know, such a rock for all of our team members. He's doing even a better job than me as a leader. And so I'm able to really trust him, go out there and network, enjoy myself, grow the business, and having that peace of mind that someone's there to help me. And so I can't wait for him to get married. I can't wait to continue working with Richard. And so yeah, here on this video, I want to share with you some sneak peek into his beautiful wedding. So he met his Vietnamese wife here in Sydney. I've seen his journey of having a girlfriend, becoming single, and not knowing when he was going to find the one. And now the one is here, and he's about to endeavor into the next chapter of his life where he becomes a husband and eventually a father. Enjoy.
There's love enough to go around, and a space, breathe it in and slowly breathe it out. There's a place just for us here in the gold dust.
Sarah Ewan, take you, Richard Phu, to be my wedded husband.
Take you, Sarah Ewan, to be my wedded wife.
Towards the light, we're running.
Are they meeting for the first time? Now we're ready for the last photo. Wow.
There's love here in the gold dust.